Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon to miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us we have the Sony SRF-M37V, and we're going to perform an evening medium wave band scan. We're going to go over features of the radio, do a little size comparison, then cruise the evening band. So let's look at the radio. Little headset radio, Sony Walkman SRF-M37V. Left hand side we got the headphone FM stereo jack, nice. Over here we have a switch, and a switch is a DX local switch for TV, weather band, and FM, nice. On the front we have our power switch, clock button. We have our display, which is showing the clock, which is 10:02 p.m. Central Standard Time near Chicago, Illinois. Over here we have a band select button. You hit this for FM, AM, and your TV band. Over here we have 5 preset keys, and we have a dedicated weather band button. Here we have plus minus for tuning and time set. Right hand side, nothing. Top of the radio, we have a volume control. We have a hold control. On the back, we have a belt clip. And we have a battery door. And this radio runs on one single AAA battery. Holy cow, is that small? That's crazy how this radio runs on a little tiny battery. I love it. So let me set this down here, and we'll do a little size comparison. Here is the CC Pocket. Now if you look at those, you can see why people probably like that Sony. Not a bad setup. There you go. Kind of call it the hipster, right? Next we have a CC Skywave in the house. Yeah. Skywave's a little bit bigger. Definitely. Cool. Give a good idea. And then we have Iron Man. He's the man with the master plan. He loves a Sony in his hand. Yeah. He's a Sony man. Yeah, I love doing that. All right. So there's our size comparison. Now I'm going to hook this up to a radio, which happens to be behind me here. I'm going to grab it. I have radios everywhere in this household, and I'm going to be using a GPX right here. It's not a great radio, but it's a good external speaker source, so we'll use this. So let me just go ahead and plug it in, and we'll cruise the band here. We can hear it tonight. During the day, it does fairly well. It has some selectivity issues, but let's see how it handles the evening scan here. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this on. Wait, this radio first, and this one. Okay, this is 5:30. We're just picking up a hint of Brampton, Ontario. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in a loop. I have a loop right to the side of me on a chair, and it's a Turk passive loop. And we'll tune it down to 5:30 and hear if we can hear a difference. Helps a little bit. Okay. Let's keep going.
Not so much from Vanessa Bryant. I knew she was going to be transparent, explaining her emotions and her feelings about not just losing a husband, but also losing a dog.
This is 540 WAUK, Jackson, Wisconsin. 70 miles away, 400 watts. I'm not sure if I gave you the information on 530. 530 was CHLO, Brampton, Ontario, 441 miles, 250 watts.
And you hear the response from Whitney.
I was just checking to see if I had bleed over before I did. Evening I'm not getting it, which is good, but during the day I did. This is 550 KTRS St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles, 5,000 watts.
Trump banners everywhere. And I had a
the auto
Friday. As I guess you guys know, I had knee surgery, so I am...
Here's 560 WIND Chicago.
I'm not in the studio today, but we are live, because we can do this, even with our...
On the ground over the weekend. The global community must have a good war. He's not yet ready. So we're for a traditional source like Dish Network, DirecTV.
Here's 620 WTMJ, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 52 miles away, 10,000 watts at night.
Or if you get it from a telephone company.
Let's go a little closer. Wow. Music there, CFCO, Chatham, Ontario on 630. This is 310 miles, 6,000 watts.
Even though the Nation's Leading Association of
A couple stations there. The one is definitely WMFN, Peatone, Illinois. 75 miles away, 1,600 watts. That's a Hispanic music. I'm not sure what the other is. If it's an Iowa station, WOI, could be.
would have required a 72-hour abortion waiting.
This would be the direction. This is probably WOI 640, Ames, Iowa, 265 miles, 1,000 watts.
Okay, Henderson, give us some background here. Why this slew of abortions?
Here we go, WSM, Nashville, Tennessee, 434 miles on 650. Always nice to hear.
For the first time.
Okay, we're just picking up WFAN 66 or 660, New York, New York, 750 miles. This is home of the Yankees.
The best pound-for-pound fighter. It came from Sugar Ray Robinson. And Muhammad Ali, in his prime, was the heavyweight Sugar Ray Robinson. The foot speed, the hand speed.
Well, the selectivity came at night. Wow, so this is great. This is a good evening radio. During the day, yeah, 670 was all the way up to 700. Yeah, it was very interesting.
Talking about, spin rate, and your spin rate's great, that it's dropping, just the way you want it to. I mean,
670 the score, WSCR, Chicago.
I don't necessarily get to hear, and, I really...
Elements of what he's talking about. That void within me. And so, one day, one of my...
Here's WLW 700, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles.
One of my salesmen said, Sid, I have a friend that just...
Over the last 5 years.
Okay, just trying to get 710, but it isn't going to happen. 720 is just too strong.
Depth guys. You're Patrick Sharps. He retired.
Here's 720 WGN Chicago.
And you lost Van Riemsdyk. So they haven't been able to balance the checkbook because they're writing big checks.
By the way, great little radio. If you're interested in looking for one of these, links below. Typically a good price for these, around $25, $30. That's why I paid for mine. A little bit of wear and tear, but the buttons look good, so that's why I bought it.
And they can do that because they won the cup. They won 3 of them.
They won 3 in...
There you go, 740 CFZM, Toronto, Ontario. This is Zoomer Radio, and this is 460 miles away.
Go now.
American voters, Hispanic voters. And so
750 is WSB Atlanta, Georgia, which is 630 miles.
the Democrats thought they were going to be able to put up one of their own and beat down
Consensual sex with someone.
Always a fun topic. WJR Detroit, Michigan on 760, 270 miles.
Time in America where truth has died.
But they don't elicit a very good immune response. That's the problem there. So,
Here's WABC, New York, New York, 750 miles on 770.
And so formulated with boosters called adjuvants, and
So the radio nulls very well.
response in that way.
Pay for what you need.
Uh-oh, I'm seeing color splotches. Liberty, 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 liberty.
780 WBBM, Chicago.
This spring, schoolgirls or the African Mean Girls play.
Just getting a hint of CKLW on 800, Windsor, Ontario, 270 miles away.
In town. That's awesome. Put on a show for his bro.
19 and 16 for Doug. Moonshot, player of the game. Kansas Insurance Post coming up on the Equity Bank Sports Network from Leopold. IS3 College.
And untangle my headphones.
Okay, so we got two stations here, WHB and WGY. One is Albany, New York, 740 miles, and the first one is Kansas City, Missouri, 400 miles, 5,000 watts.
Easy to switch and save on money.
Up to 60 months and $1,500 HNX bonus cash. You get Hyundai Assurance featuring America's best warranty, 10 years or 100,000 miles.
Here we go, WBAP, Fort Worth, Texas, 810 miles.
No surprises. Every day that's spring Hyundai in Irving. 183 Carl Road with approved credit through Hyundai Motor Finance. See dealer for details.
It happens only once every 4 years, and it's happening this Saturday. Leap Day 2020. This Saturday, the 29th of February. And what better way to celebrate this rare occasion than with something even more rare at Diamond Direct. Coming,
Man, Boban Marjanovic. So again, they coast to this victory, 139-123. Tim Hardaway Jr. led the way for the Mavs, 23 points. Luka Doncic.
Okay, this is 830. This is WCCO, Minneapolis, Minnesota, 310 miles.
Slow start shooting the basketballs. Needs to enforce rules. I mean, look, if there's a bad call in a football game, we allow it to go. Why? It's a football game. It's a bad call, whatever.
WHAS, Louisville, Kentucky, about 300 miles.
And it affects you in not a game way, but it affects you in an even bigger way. I mean, look.
Wednesday, you may have a cool nickname. Thursday, you might be the almost weekend, but watch your back because Tuesday just officially became Wing Tuesday. Buffalo Wild Wings.
buy one traditional wings order, get one of equal value free. Participation in promotional details vary by location. Check in with your favorite Buffalo Wild Wings to learn more about this offer.
Hi there, it's Brett. In the know, sleepers love Intermax for its own lineup of more than 100...
Commercials. This is KOA, Denver, Colorado. 890 miles. Wow, this is pretty neat. Good pickup.
Why not visit Intermax at Loveland at the outlet or in central Denver?
Pretty surprising it's all running on a little AAA battery. It gets me every time.
J'ai culpabilisé toute la journée parce que cette idée-là, l'idée qu'on n'est pas...
Okay, somebody's upset there. CJBC, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles. French speaking.
Son petit chevrotage. Oui, puis sa présence authentique, ça...
And hear that and think, all right, well, I might as well buy this one because the last fight really wasn't an accurate showing.
Here's a WWL, New Orleans, Louisiana, 865 miles.
Absurd. So I'd love to get your thoughts on this. You know,
8 million who visit state parks every year, and no one will lose their job or be forced to relocate. Sophia Hall, WCBS News Radio, 880.
Hundreds of families were back at Connecticut's stake.
There you go, WCBS. This is New York, New York. 750 miles. Not bad.
Right on the Assembly Committee.
Walk through some positions once again. You tell me
what you think of these.
This is WLS 890, Chicago.
For the elimination of all private charter schools.
Sometimes I'll get old time radio shows. CHML, Hamilton, Ontario, 430 miles on 900. If you're in my area, sometimes you can listen for this, or you live closer, you may hear them.
They told me we wasn't. I didn't really pay attention, but the next day, had to catch a train back to London.
This is probably WFDF 910, Detroit, Michigan, 270 miles.
I'm like, what? Then they find out David Beckham is like the soccer. Yeah, but this is like this is a while back. It's like in the late.
Sunday, chicken dinner. Call 573-348-778 or go to JoeShadyRecords.com to see our menu.
Right now, with ours.
What you said two ways. Number one, the Atlanta Hawks are actually beginning to come together. They've won 8 out of their last 7.
Said it makes a lot more sense, and it is truly.
Here's CBW, Winnipeg, Manitoba, 675 miles.
To pay for their mortgage. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that.
I love Fruit Loops. Stugatz. Put it on the poll.
WMVP, Chicago, Illinois, ESPN 1000.
Did you know that all of Fruit Loops?
Well, customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. This is Burger Palace. Do you want any food? Yes, 1 pallet.
1020 KDKA, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This is 450 miles away.
Only pay for what you need.
Service. 495 Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram is offering great deals on hundreds of new Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram cars and trucks. Take a look at the extensive inventory and schedule a test drive in the Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, or Ram that best fits your lifestyle. 495 Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram on Rogers Street in Lowell. Online at 495jeep.com.
Your most reliable news source in severe weather is here. The WBZ Storm Center. Stay tuned to WBZ for traffic and weather together on the threes to get where you need to go safely. For decades, the WBZ Storm Center has helped New Englanders.
Yeah, super strong reception here on 1030, Boston, Massachusetts. This is 880 miles.
Every storm. The WBZ Storm Center is brought to you by Plumbers 911.
I always believed that my father had lived his life wanting to please the Father.
That's probably the clearest I've heard it. This is WHO 1040, Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles.
Told me about was my mother's father, not his.
We went through it too.
But once you start to understand your options,
You can partner with
KYW 1060 is Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles.
voice.com, and learn how to speak up and have a more informed conversation with
In Gemara were wicked and sinners before the Lord exceedingly. See, God gives up on a nation.
1090 is KAAY. This is Little Rock, Arkansas, 570 miles.
Men are born sinners, or just being an ordinary sinner doesn't invite the wrath and their countless whatever amount of games the Heat's played.
This is WTAM, Cleveland, Ohio, 345 miles.
Their first OT loss. What a thriller it was.
Brought a weapon, brandished the weapon.
This is 1120 KMOX, St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles.
Life intact.
Not surprising, most agents that go
We're getting a hint of WBBR, Bloomberg Radio, New York City, New York.
Hillsdale understands, as American
understand, and a proper education is essential to preserving free government. Among other things, young people must be taught about
1140 WRVA, Richmond, Virginia, 665 miles.
the Constitution. We must develop the skills to become useful.
He's getting into, and we got a chance to baptize.
WYLL, Christian Radio in Chicago, Illinois.
And I'm kind of jumping around a little bit, so please forgive me. One of the things that...
Now, Peter had to be a little bewildered by these words. Jesus speaks to him about his...
Then again, you're not in talk radio, so you actually try to get to the truth. Yes. You're not a Democrat.
Here's 1180 WHAM, Rochester, New York, 545 miles.
That is a fact of reality, what you just said. So, what is going to happen?
And Pete Buttigieg, helping a 9-year-old come out as gay, which is...
Here's WPHT, 1210, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles.
It's certainly not something that should be on their mind, without a doubt.
Yes, but isn't that due to Narcan, where we're bringing people back?
This is probably WHKW, 1220, Cleveland, Ohio, 345 miles. Display is easy to read when it's on an angle. When it's flat, it kind of fuzzes out. There you go. Might be picking up a hint of Milwaukee here on WSSP, probably. I'm just kind of exploring to see what we can find.
But in the most practical terms, trust the building and that.
This is just coming in. It's KDTH. I think it's Dubuque, Iowa. It's 115 miles, 5,000 watts in the evening. Okay, I thought I was hearing some ethnic, maybe Hispanic. I don't know if it's KXFN, St. Louis, Missouri. I guess I could check it. 275 miles, 1,000 watts. If that's right, I'll put it here. If not, well, there we go. We'll figure it out together. There's a lot here. It's actually CKPC, Brantford, Ontario, which is 425 miles, which would be the better candidate.
I don't know her well enough to say yes or no, but I'm not sure that is... I mean, obviously she surprised all of us because she spoke so well, considering we've never seen her in this kind of...
Will you buy Wilder Fury 3? 855-212-4227. That number sponsored by Geico. Whether you own or rent, Geico makes it easy to bundle home and auto insurance.
Okay, I'm not sure if this is St. Louis, KZQZ.
Willie is in South Carolina. He's on CBS Sports Radio. I will. How you doing, man?
Probably not. I don't think there's CBS Sports Radio. That might be something else.
First one was great. The second one was eliminated because they were taking up what? Too many resources. There's just too many people on the planet. They're eating up all the resources.
WMBD, Peoria, Illinois, 135 miles, 5,000 watts. They do, what is that, ground zero, and then they do coast to coast. The person talking there is WLAC, Nashville, Tennessee. Barely picking them up, 434 miles. Got some music.
That we make every single day. How is that the absence of disease, but being mindful about our daily lifestyle? That's where mind health becomes in.
Just started $30 at Xavier in DePaul, Cintas Center, Tuesday at 7.
WCKY, 1530, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles.
That's GoXavier.com/buy tickets.
Ovarian cancer is death.
Iowa Broadcasters Door to Door features vintage broadcasting and interviews with journalists who cover 20th century wars. Jack Shelley, Bert Lambeck.
Here's KXEL, 1540, Waterloo, Iowa, 210 miles.
Get your copy of From the Battlefront to the Homefront today at totallyiowa.com. In December of 1965, a group of Des Moines students, 4 members of the
Could be CKDO, 1580, Oshawa, Ontario, 490 miles, 10,000 watts. Music on CHHA, 1610, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles. Something wrong with their broadcast. I don't know why I get interference on it.
This happened, and all of that happened today, which I think tells you where the public has been. Yeah, some of them have had chances to.
KOZN, this is Bellevue, Nebraska, 390 miles.
Where am I with this? And I think seeing that, I think you see exactly where not just the majority, but the.
Music on WPTX. This is Lexington Park, Maryland, 685 miles.
And I had to walk around with it, had to walk into a ring, get into a ring.
KBGG, Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles.
And we worked out with 40-pound weighted picks.
And there we are back at the bottom. Okay, we'll go ahead and unplug this. Turn my big radio off so I don't forget. Don't want to drain those batteries. Okay, so there we are, the Sony SRF-M37V. It's quite a little radio. It's a fun radio. I enjoyed it. What do you guys think of that evening band scan? Pretty cool. It definitely got selectivity back, which is great. During the day, the daytime stations that were local are booming in, killing any kind of faint signals. So this is definitely an evening radio for sure if you're on the medium wave band. Yeah, it's an okay radio. I actually enjoy my analog radios better. The SRF-39, the SRF-49, those two are my favorites. And I actually enjoy tuning those and listening to those. And I get a lot more enjoyment. This is nice. I can see how this appeals to a lot of people because it's digital. You just go right there, you got your 5 presets, so you can go instantly to your favorite station. I can see why. So people see this as like a DXer. Yeah, it seems pretty sensitive in the evening, nighttime, but during the day is really a proving ground. And it didn't prove to be spectacular. It was okay, but it didn't take my breath away or anything like that. Just a unique radio. I'm glad I didn't pay too much for it. Like I said, $25 to $35 will get you a nice example. The lower ones might have rubbed keys. This one was $30, and I got a couple scratches, but the buttons look pretty nice. So if you enjoyed this video, please give me a big like. You guys are awesome. 2, if you like Sonys and you're a Sony fanboy or fangirl, hit subscribe, hit the bell icon, get notified of future Sony reviews and band scans because I have quite a few more to review and put up for publishing so you guys can see those. Yeah, pretty awesome. I'm a Walkman collector now for sure. And 3, yeah, comment below what you think about this radio, the M37V and the M37W. I think there's a version there without the TV band. Let me know what you think. Is it a favorite of yours? Are you a diehard? Are you like Todderbert? Forget those analogs. This is better. Just let me know. I kind of want to know your opinion. All right, guys. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video.